What up? What up? What up? Man, we got a tremendous night ahead of us. Obviously, repping the Philadelphia green, bleeding green here. Tony Jigsaw Cutillo, Monday night throwdown, showdown, double header action, man. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this, especially from that ridiculous game we had to watch last night. Even though if you had Aaron Jones props, you were living large, and obviously if you bet on Aaron Rodgers, you're living large. And I finally have a couple new entrants into my dead to me list, which will be Darnell Mooney and Cole Kmet are dead to me, just like Keenan Allen, because again, these guys have just considerably or consistently squashed all my props and all my plays. So I'm out. I'm out. You'll never see me start those guys again. But again, WinDailySports.com. Make sure you're following us at Win Daily Sports. Make sure you're subscribing to this channel. Obviously, Win Big is the code to get the free week. You see right there at the bottom, Win Daily Gold membership, $5.99. We released a new prop model. We got a prize pick model. We got a home run prop model. We got optimizers. Come on, man. We got it all. And our boy Sticks is just lighting it up when it comes to ranking. So everybody checking in, give me what you're feeling tonight, because again, this triple threat kind of concept, I like to do things a little differently. I kind of didn't go too much against the grain tonight because I liked so many plays here. There's so many things I like, but I did throw a couple Jigsaw-esque kind of picks out here, which you will see. Ivan checking in says skull time. Ivan, I hope I don't hear that skull in the link. That's all I got to say, because I want nothing to do with that skull chant. But I have a feeling that we're going to hear it a couple times. You're going to see that with our picks. So let's just start off with game number one. Okay. Start off with game number one with the Buffalo game. And, couple interesting things in this game for me personally. I think this is a heavily favored kind of game, right? I know if you want to go against the grain, you say, hey, maybe this is the trap game for Buffalo. Not at home, no. Buffalo's not getting trapped at home. Sorry. It's not going to happen. They're not going to come out and lay a stinker on Monday night. It's just not going to happen. Maybe Tennessee's defense gets up a little bit for this game. That's okay. But the defense that I'd be worried about if I was Tennessee would be the Buffalo Bills, because they look like a defense reborn. And I'm telling you right now, Tremaine Edwards, Von Miller, Matt Milano, come on, man. There may not be a better linebacking core in the NFL. I'm being honest. Okay, there's three dudes that can just straight get. Tremaine Edwards has been an underrated linebacker for the last 2 years. Matt Milano is a tackle machine, and Von Miller looks like he never even missed a step. So that's going to be interesting. So let's just get into, how this works. Triple threat. We pick a quarterback. What quarterback do we think, is top? Now, again, I'm going to go each showdown. Okay, I'm not doing the 2-game. I'm not building lineups. That's not what I do. Okay, I give you players, and then you formulate your picks around that. And obviously, if you got any questions or you're thinking about it, throw it in. We'll do this live. I usually do this the day before, but I was like, you know what? It's a double header. Let's try to get. So Todd, before I went on here, I just checked. The last reports I see, which is what I suspected yesterday, is he's unlikely to play. He hasn't been ruled out, but unlikely to play. I've been saying this all preseason, and I know it was like that last year. And with the extra game, I really think that you're going to see guys rest a little more favorably than in years past. And I think that's why I personally don't think Gabe Davis plays tonight. Now, I have no source. I have no inside information, but from what I read, from the beat reporters that I follow, and from the news that I get, I don't think he plays tonight. And if he does, I feel like he's going to be limited. Ankle injuries are tough. They have a long haul that they're looking to compete for a Super Bowl. So I'd be absolutely shocked, in my opinion, if he did play. Jimmy says, I got a couple good ones, Jimmy. And again, guys, listen, there's nights where I'm going to be really good, and there's nights where I could be really bad. I wasn't great last night, okay, with my triple threat, but I did hit, I think, 3 out of 5 of the props that I threw up. I didn't hit any touchdown props because I don't do the normal ones, right? I'm going to give you Stephon Diggs. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give you that, right? Because, again, it's a plus 125 bet. I like to do that's why I call them Jigsaw crazy props, people that you may not have heard of. So let's get into this real fast, okay? Because I know you guys don't want to be here all day. So number one, obviously the quarterback has got to be Josh Allen. Again, this is the way the triple threat works for me. It's quarterback versus quarterback, okay? So it's Tannehill versus Allen. I do this look at the number value, right? I always do that. I look at, how much is Josh Allen? Okay, Josh Allen, 12.6. Ryan Tannehill, again, what is he? He's 9.2. I'm willing to pay up the $3,000 plus because I think Josh Allen is that good, obviously. Okay. So I'm not willing to pay down. I'm paying up in this triple threat, and I'm absolutely going all in with Josh Allen. Now, I'm going to go all in. I normally don't do this. I normally go with that top wide receiver, but in my opinion, with no Gabe Davis, in my opinion, okay, this is a Monday night stage. This is where Stephon Diggs absolutely steps up and earns his paper. He's already been earning his paper. He's going to earn it again. You saw what Tyreek Hill did yesterday. Okay, big man stepped up in a big way when they needed it. I expect the same thing with Tyreek from Stephon Diggs tonight. And again, it's 11-4. I get it, right? But when you're looking at that and you're looking at who is the next highest receiver, it's Gabe Davis, who's got the questionable tag. And then you go down to Rashad Woods. Okay, it's 6,600. It's a no-brainer to me. I think this is a no-brainer. Okay, but where I'm going to get different, and again, I like getting different. Last night, Brandon, last night was terrible, man. Hit on some props, which was good. Khalil Herbert, longest rush, receiving yards for Aaron Jones. We hit on the over yards for David Montgomery, the over yards for Khalil Herbert. So we hit on those things, but the triple threat kind of sucked. But that's okay. It's going to happen because I do things differently. Okay, I'm going to go again. I'm going to go Treylon Burks. I'm going to go quarterback and 2 wide receivers in a triple threat tonight. I really like how heavily favored Treylon Burks was in this offense. I like how he was targeted in this offense 5 times. I think that'll grow. He was targeted a couple times in the red zone is all. This is a reason why. Even though they let A.J. Brown go because it was a money dispute, they feel really good about this kid, and I feel good about him too. I think he has the length, and he has the ability to be that top guy, and I think you'll slowly but surely get him more in the mix. He's going to get targeted a lot tonight, okay? He's going to get targeted a lot. Now, let me say this. Now, I honestly, I'm all in if he plays, all in on Kyle Phillips. Okay, I like the $5,000 number, but again, it's a questionable tag as of right now, and I don't know if he's going to be 100%. Remember, if he plays tonight, okay, he plays that slot area. He's not a guy like Cooper Kupp, but he's going to tear up the middle of that defense as everybody is pushing in, trying to defend against Derrick Henry. It's obvious, right? Like you know how football works. You stack the box, you bring the linebackers up, it leaves the middle of the field open. Boom. Who's there? Slot guy. So I'll say this. Look at Nick Westbrook, okay, of 4,400 if Phillips doesn't play too. I think that's a really good value play. It's not in my list, but for 4,400, I think that's a really good value play. Okay. So now let's get to the FFVPs, which everybody likes. Okay. FFVP doesn't have to score. Okay. But it would be really nice if he does score. But again, these are value guys, in my opinion, that at their price, they could be very, very productive. PPP, I call it positive point production based on their value. And I'm going to go with Jamison Crowder for 5,200 because I fully expect Gabe Davis not to play. I don't know if that's the case. It's just what I feel and what I sense that he's out. Okay, so if that's the case, I go Jay Crowder. Even if Gabe plays, I probably go Jay Crowder as the FFVP over Isaiah McKenzie because, again, Isaiah McKenzie's still learning this kind of concept. Jamison Crowder is a veteran of the game. He knows how to get open on the big stage. This is a guy I trust for a PPR kind of game, which will be FFVP value. And then we go deep FFVP. And again, you guys know when I get the Jeff Swain, learn to understand the name. Okay, this guy out-snapped Austin Hooper last week, and I'm going to tell you why I like this guy. Mike Vrabel came out and said this guy will continue to be the top tight end on the team because you know why? He has the blocking schemes down, and he's the best blocker for Derrick Henry. To me, this bodes well for him, especially when they like to play those play action red zone takes that go to the tight end. I'm telling you right now, I love Jeff Swain tonight, okay, as a FFVP. Again, not on everybody's radar, I'm sure, but he's on mine. Now, let's go down to these props in this game, okay, and I'm going to go, again, it's a Swain kind of night to me. Over 1.5 receptions at minus 105. That is a great number in me. Honestly, it's not plus money, damn near close. Over 1.5 receptions. He had 3 last week. He was targeted 5 times. He will continue to be targeted 5 to 6 times a game. And there's no reason for me to believe he doesn't at least get 2 catches in this game. So I like the over at 1.5. And I'm going to go, Jimmy, here you go. I'm going to go red zone touchdown right here to George Swain at 800 plus money, bro. 800 plus money. I love this. I love it. Ivan, you're right. Ivan, you say, yep, exactly, Ivan. That's where I'm going. George Swain, or I keep saying George. Jeff Swain, I'm all in plus 800 for the anytime touchdown tonight. I can't wait to see him spike that ball. I'm throwing it out there. That's where I'm at. And then I'm going to go Treylon Burks. I think this is a really good play. Minus 115, not plus money, but not that juicy. I like it at over 29.5. I think he absolutely gets 40 to 50 yards receiving tonight, even in a game where I think will be pretty much won early by the Buffalo Bills, in my opinion. But again, Treylon Burks, 29.5 yards. Minus 115, obviously the over. That's where we're at on that. Let's get right into the Philadelphia. Obviously, I'm a Philly guy. You guys know that. This is the Philly Vikings game. I'm going to tell you, it pains me to do this, and I'm not going to talk wins or losses, but let's go right to the quarterback. And again, even I am a Jalen Hurts supporter. I'm going to tell you that right now. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter at Cutillo23. Make sure you're following at Win Daily Sports. Obviously, this is where you're getting this content at. But I am a Jalen Hurts supporter. I am a Jalen Hurts guy through and through. But tonight, based on numbers and value, as much as it pains you to do this, I'm going to drop down and I'm going to make the leader of my triple threat Kirk Cousins. And I'm not a Kirk Cousins guy. So you guys have to understand how much this hurts me to do. I'm not a Kirk Cousins guy. But listen, 9,800 down. When you look at Jalen Hurts from 11-6. And again, I like Jalen Hurts. I do. But he didn't throw for any touchdowns last week. Okay. Now, is that going to be, he's not going to run for 90 yards tonight. I'm going to tell you that right now. Mike Vrabel he comes from the Bill Belichick tree. Okay. Bill Belichick always was known for stopping the opposing team's best player and let everybody else beat them. The best player in A.J. Brown. The best player is Jalen Hurts. No Jalen Hurts last week. Philadelphia Eagles don't win. He is going to make Jalen Hurts get him or beat that team in the pocket. And we're all waiting to see if that can happen. And again, I'm not saying it can't happen, but if he's not going to get 90 yards rushing and he's not going to be able to score a touchdown, I'm not taking 11-6. I'm going 9,800 with Kirk Cousins because I did not see a pass rush at all from the Philadelphia Eagles on Jared Goff. And one thing about Kirk Cousins is I know over the years when he played for Washington and he played against us in the NFC East, if we don't touch him, he will pick you apart. So that's where I'm at right there. That's why I'm going Kirk Cousins, the leader of my triple threat. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going 2 wide receivers. Okay, I'm going 2 wide receivers and probably not the 2 guys you're thinking of. Okay, I'm still going to go A.J. Brown. I'm paying 10-4 for A.J. Brown. I know everybody's going to say, dude, how are you not paying for Justin Jefferson? Again, I'm not saying not to play Justin Jefferson. What I'm saying is do your build accordingly. I'm giving you 3 guys and an FFVP or 2 that I really like. Okay, to base on their number. So Justin Jefferson is 13,000 in the flex spot. Okay, A.J. Brown is 10-4. As much as I think that Justin Jefferson is going to have another 10-target game, okay, and probably 8 to 9 catches, I don't think he's going to score twice, Okay, what's going to bring that number back down in about 25, 24. And I honestly think that AJ Brown can get close to those same points. And even if you minus 4 points off of that, okay, and he gets you 20, you just saved yourself $2,600. So that's the way I look at this, okay? Because AJ Brown's going to be heavily targeted in this game. Okay, not saying he's going to score, but what I'm saying is he is definitely going to be for 10-4. To me, I really like that value. And then I'm going to go, while everybody else is chasing, I'm going to go Adam Thielen. Let me tell you something. Over the years, the Philadelphia Eagles get killed by the slot receiver. Okay, they get killed by. They are gonna put so much presence on Justin Jefferson that, in my opinion, Adam Thielen is going to be a huge recipient of that rollover coverage. He's going to have to deal with guys, okay, like Avonte Maddox, who's going to be covering a guy in the nickel, okay, going to be covering that slot, and I don't think he can hang with him. I don't. And I think that all that rollover coverage up top, okay, is going to be on A.J. Brown's side. They're going to bring a safety in like C.J. Johnson to try to get Dalvin Cook, and it's going to leave Adam Thielen having a field day. So for 7,200, this is what I see. That's why I like it. Okay. Now, here goes at the FFVP. Only one FFVP for this game. And maybe you call it homer bias. Maybe you don't. The only thing Boston Scott does is score on Monday nights. I'll tell you that right now. And this is a full blown out rushing attack. Even though Jalen Hurts, okay, even though if you look at it, okay, even with that game last week, Jalen Hurts, he attempted 32 passes. Most of them were in the first half. Okay. I think, honestly, out of the 32 attempts, I think 23 of them were in the first half. Threw a lot in the first half. And then they ran the heck out of the ball in the second half. That's going to continue. Okay. Now, again, for 2,800, I just need a touchdown. Okay, for my FFVP. So again, I just need a touchdown. And I honestly, I feel that that's what we're going to get from Boston Scott tonight. Okay, I was able to hit the Boston Scott or the Kenny Gainwell anytime touchdown in Detroit, and I think tonight is going to be the touchdown for Boston Scott, or he's at least going to get involved in the screen game, which is going to give him the yards for FFVP. So again, that's for me. I will throw it out there right now. Boston Scott is a plus 475 to score a touchdown. I know how this Philly team works, man. I'm just throwing it out there. This is where I'm at. Adam Thielen, not crazy numbers at plus 180, still plus money, almost plus 200. Probably shop around. Make sure you download the Sharp app and you get all those free numbers right there from all the books. You want to check that out. But I'm going Adam Thielen. He's going to get that score in the end zone, man. It's going to be like, oh, Adam Thielen, he's wide open. What happened? Breakdown coverage, because everybody is going to be focused on Justin Jefferson. I'm telling you. I'm not saying the Eagles are going to lose the game. I'm not betting money lines, not doing anything. I'm just saying that Adam Thielen is going to pick us apart a little bit tonight, and I'm very concerned. I'm more concerned about Adam Thielen than Justin Jefferson, because I think Justin Jefferson is going to get his. I think Slay is going to step up. I do, and I think they're going to roll over coverage on a top safety with Epps, but I still think, again, Adam Thielen is going to do well. I think this number right here, I love this. Miles Sanders over 9.5 receiving yards at minus 120. Again, I really feel like Jalen Hurts is going to be pressed in the pocket tonight. And I really, really think that, what's going to happen is he's going to be flushed out a little bit. Screen game's going to happen. And then lo and behold, what's going to be open? That little pass in the flat, over 9.5 receiving yards. I mean, listen, obviously it's right there. This is a different head coach too for Minnesota this year. This isn't Mike Zimmer. So, they're going to throw the ball a lot when we're talking about Adam Thielen and stuff. So they're going to throw the ball a lot. They're going to employ a different style of offense, which we saw, and that's going to happen. And let me just, again, two being up doing these two games here. I think earlier I talked about Mike Vrabel, just stopping, the best player on the other team. And again, talking about that, coming from that Bill Belichick kind of realm, I think, again, when you look at that, he's going to say, who's that best player? And obviously that best player, Stephon Diggs. I'm thinking in my head right now. I start talking about Jalen Hurts right into that. And I talked about Vrabel like an idiot. The whole point to me was why I like Jamison Crowder was strictly saying that I really like him to stop and control Even though Stephon Diggs is going to have a good night, that's why he's in my triple threat. I don't think he's going to go off for 2 or 3 touchdowns, which a lot of people may expect him to do. And I think that's why Jameson Crowder is going to be available again, because they're going to bring those players up. And I think, listen, again, Mike Vrabel is going to try to stop the best player on that team. And even though it is Josh Allen from the quarterback position, it's going to be on the outside with Stephon Diggs. So it's going to be interesting. Could be a Dawson Knox kind of night as well. But sorry if I'm all over the place a little bit. First time we're doing 2 here, and I got questions coming in. I got things on Twitter. So sometimes, my thought process is the same, but I'll get the players mixed up a little bit. Devontae Smith. Listen, the first thing Jalen Hurts did was go over to the locker room to Devontae Smith and say, "Yo, we got the dub, man." And that was because Devontae's head was down. Devontae was saying to himself, "What's going on, man? I come out with 0 catches. That's not the right way that I see this going." Devontae is going to have a huge night. I don't think so. He's going to get involved. Jalen Hurts is going to force this game plan to get Devontae Smith involved. I'm expecting 5 to 6 catches from Devontae. So if I can get plus money at over 3.5, that only gives me 4. I'm all in. And then this one, I think, again, I'm going to close out here. This one to me is a lock. Okay. This one to me is a lock. Hassan Reddick comes over from the Carolina Panthers. So anybody who doesn't follow, Hassan Reddick and understand, he went to Temple. He's Temple made. Temple, obviously downtown Philadelphia school. He has played in Lincoln Financial Field because that's where Temple plays. He's played on this turf. So for me, he doesn't even need to get a sack. He just needs a half a sack, but he will get a sack tonight. Tell you that right now. He will be the guy who sacks Kirk Cousins. Plus 320. That's a huge number. Plus 320, man. That's a play that you want. That's a play that you want, in my opinion, to get that sack. That's going to give you some nice bankroll right there. I fully expect that to play out 100. Javon says, "Yo, what's up, Javon?" That's a low number. Exactly. Javon's a low number for Devontae. 100%. So let's get into this. We're going to recap real fast before we get out of here. Again, I apologize if I mixed up some names. I'm going all over here. I'm my own producer, man. So I'm going all over. Okay. Josh Allen, 12-6 for my triple threat. Going with Stephon Diggs, even though I still think that Mike Vrabel will find a way to slow Stephon Diggs down. I still think he will have a decent game. And I'm going to go with Treylon Burks as part of my triple threat. But again, that's based on Kyle Phillips being out. And also, Kyle Phillips is out. Look at Westbrook there at 4,400. I think it could be a great value. My FFVP, based on what I just said about Mike Vrabel stopping or slowing down, I should say, Stephon Diggs, Jameson Crowder, 5,200, going across the middle. Listen, those linebackers are going to pull up. They're going to try to stop Derrick Henry. Obviously, it's going to leave the middle of the field open. This is where Cooper Kupp beat them. Jameson Crowder is not Cooper Kupp, but Jameson Crowder will get his money. Or he'll get his PPP for that money. And then I'm going to go ultimate sleeper here. Ultimate sleeper with Jeff Swain. Okay, I love Swain. I'm going to say it again. I love Jeff Swain. Can I say I love Jeff Swain? I love Jeff Swain. For 3,000 as the FFVP right there. And then when we look at this for the anytime touchdowns of this game and the crazy props, I'm going to go George Swain again. I just said it again, George. Jeff Swain over 1.5 receptions at minus 105. I'm going to go plus 800 for the touchdown in Jeff Swain. I'm telling you, he's going to be spiking that ball in the back of the end zone. And then I'm going to go Treylon Burks over 29.5. I think he gets 5-6 targets. There's no way in my mind he doesn't get 30 yards tonight, minus 115. And then we're going to go Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles against the Minnesota Vikings. I'm taking Kirk Cousins. Again, I know I'm a Philly guy, but I'm going Cousins because of value in my triple threat. Line them up with A.J. Brown. Even though A.J. Brown will have a lot of rollover coverage, I still think he will get his for that number. And then I'm going Adam Thielen. Just pick apart the Philadelphia Eagles. They're going to be a problem, okay? They're going to have problems with Justin Jefferson. They're going to do everything they can to try to slow him down. Adam Thielen is going to be the recipient of all of that. And then let's go to the anytime touchdowns. Listen, Boston Scott, all he does is score on Monday night. That's why he is my FFVP at 2,800. I'm going to go Adam Thielen, anytime touchdown, a plus 180 for exactly what I just said. Miles Sanders over 9.5 receiving yards. minus 120, a little juicy, but still you can get some decent play on that. I think that's a no-brainer. Devontae Smith over 3.5 at plus 120. And my solid lock of the Jigsaw crazy lock of the night. Can we call that the Jigsaw crazy lock of the night? Hassan Reddick. All he needs to do is get a half a sack. He gets one full sack tonight at plus 320. I am all in on that number. Brandon says, forgot to, oh man, listen. You know what? Let me say this before I get out of here. I really appreciate the hell out of all you people. Seriously, a lot of you guys, I don't even know. Again, I'll scroll back a little bit. You'll see right now. Okay, there's my walking boot on my leg. Okay, so unfortunately, looks like I may have ruptured my Achilles. So Jigsaw is going to be on a mend for a long time. So I'm just praying right now that no surgery is required. It's possible that it is, but it's more likely than not going to require surgery because it looks like I may have ruptured it up top. But what am I going to do, man? So is life. Fortunately, I'm not in any pain. But Brandon, I appreciate you asking, man. That means that you follow and you watch, and I appreciate that. Again, picks sucked last night, man, for the triple threat. I can't do nothing about that. I'm mad at myself for that, but it was a weird kind of game. I was trying to get a little different. Didn't happen. That's okay. We hit the props. Tonight, I feel very, very comfortable. I think you guys are going to be hitting us up on Twitter, hitting us up in the comments. Yo, there's the touchdown. That's what we got. But look, man, it's all in fun at Win Daily Sports. Give me a follow at Cutillo23. As always, I'm at Discord. I get in there as much as I can. I'm in and out sometimes, but you can get me when you can. But as always, man, everybody just stay safe and stay healthy, man. Enjoy these games tonight. Doubleheader. We'll get you back here next time for. We're going to be live tonight. Make sure we'll be live tonight after the game doing the MLB Showdown for tomorrow, the bigger slate, me and Jason. We'll get that in as well. As always, everybody be profitable.